Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley receives shocking probation change. Chrisley knows best alum, Julie Chrisley, has received a shocking probation change. She had a resentencing trial in September 2024, but that left her and her family heartbroken. So what happened with probation? Keep reading for all of the details and fan reactions. Julie Chrisley's family was very optimistic when her resentencing approached. They were hopeful that she could get lucky and even be released within the year. Sadly, that was not the outcome, so they had to keep their heads held high and look toward what they could do next. She and her husband, Todd Chrisley, were sentenced to a collective 19 years behind bars for tax evasion, fraud, and conspiracy. They entered two separate prisons in January 2023 with Todd in Florida, while Julie is serving time in Kentucky. Julie is going to keep fighting, and her family still will keep praying that she and Todd come home sooner rather than later. Their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, has been very open about prison life and the trial. She talks about the abuse her parents have endured, especially on her father's end. Furthermore, she guides fans and followers through all the steps of how her parents communicate, even if they are limited. Now she is opening up about her mother's shocking probation change. In a twist, it was extended by 2 years. According to Monsters and Critics, Savannah shared her heartbreak over this news on her Unlocked podcast. Instead of taking away time, the judge actually added 2 years onto her probation. So that's 2 more years in custody, basically, and that was just astonishing to me. It's not over for Savannah, as the family is determined to appeal the ruling. They are not stopping until they believe justice has been served. Savannah was struggling to understand it all. She went on to add, "How does less evidence somehow lead to more time? It's hard to make sense of it all." Immediately, fans and followers of Savannah's were blown away by the news of Julie Chrisley's extended probation. They chimed in with their thoughts, and they agreed with her daughter. Fans spoke out in favor of Julie Chrisley after Savannah Chrisley shared her heartbreak over the shocking probation situation. They failed to understand why this was happening and felt this was the incorrect punishment. That judge is wrong. She's doing this out of hate and meanness. We all know the sentence does not fit the crime. That is crazy. People who do worse get less time. Praying for you. I don't condone what Todd and Julie did, but adding 2 more years to her sentencing is wrong, especially when she's been a model prisoner. Hopefully, Savannah will take solace in all of the support she has been receiving and see that many do not agree with this drastic change. As one person said, they may not agree with the crime, but this extension of 2 years is completely unnecessary. What are your thoughts on Julie's new probation, and do you think it is completely wrong? Let us know in the comments below. It's been an emotional whirlwind for reality TV fans following the Chrisley family saga. Just when it seemed things had begun to stabilize, a bombshell twist has left everyone, from devoted viewers to casual followers, buzzing with questions. Julie Chrisley, the matriarch of the Chrisley Knows Best clan, has reportedly received a shocking change to her probation terms, a move that could drastically shift the course of her post-prison life and her family's ongoing adjustment. A change no one saw coming for months. Julie had been quietly following her probation requirements after serving her reduced sentence. Sources close to the family say she was focused on healing, reconnecting with her children, and finding some sense of normalcy away from the cameras. But the latest court update has upended those plans in a way few could have predicted. The change? Her probation period has been extended and tightened, with new conditions that could significantly limit her movements and activities. The ruling reportedly came after a midterm review, which probation officers and court officials conduct to assess compliance. While Julie was said to be in full compliance before this decision, an insider claims the change may have been triggered by administrative concerns, rather than any wrongdoing on her part. Still, the effect has been the same, a wave of shock and confusion rippling through the Chrisley family. What the new terms mean. Under the revised terms, Julie will now have to check in with her probation officer more frequently, from monthly visits to weekly ones. Submit to unannounced home inspections at any hour. Obtain court approval for any out-of-state travel, even for family emergencies. Avoid certain social media engagements, with restrictions on public posts that reference her case. For a woman who spent years as a public figure, her life broadcast to millions, these changes feel particularly stifling. Julie has always described herself as family first, but now, even attending a distant family gathering could involve red tape and official approval. Todd Chrisley's reaction. Todd Chrisley, who is himself still navigating post-prison conditions, was reportedly furious when he heard the news. In a private phone call with friends, later leaked to entertainment media, Todd allegedly expressed disbelief at the court's decision, calling it unnecessary, punitive, and personal. The couple, who built their fame on their witty banter and over-the-top lifestyle, now find themselves bound by rules that leave little room for spontaneity. Todd, ever the strategist, is said to be considering legal options, though experts warn these types of probation changes are often difficult to reverse. Savannah steps up again. As with so many Chrisley family crises, Savannah Chrisley has stepped into the role of public spokesperson. The 26-year-old reality star and podcast host, who has been the steady voice throughout her parents' legal troubles, shared a cryptic post on Instagram shortly after the news broke. The black and white photo showed a lone lighthouse with a caption, "Even when the waters get rough, you keep standing tall." Fans quickly flooded the comments with messages of support for Julie, while others speculated on the real reasons behind the probation change. Some accused the system of targeting the family because of their fame, while others urged patience and privacy. A legal twist or a warning. Legal analysts note that probation modifications can occur for many reasons, some entirely routine. It's possible that Julie's case was simply reassigned to a stricter officer, or that updated guidelines for high-profile defendants have been implemented. Still, the optics are hard to ignore. Julie, who has been working quietly to rebuild her reputation, now faces another round of headlines, each dredging up the past she's been trying to move beyond. One legal commentator put it bluntly, "When you're a public figure, every legal adjustment gets magnified." For someone like Julie Chrisley, it's not just a court order, it's a media storm. The emotional toll. Friends of the family say the news hit Julie hard. She's been working to re-establish a sense of home after her incarceration, pouring energy into cooking family dinners, tending her garden, and being a constant presence for her children. The one thing she wanted most was to live quietly, said one longtime friend. Now she feels like her life is being watched all over again, just without the cameras and makeup crew. Reports suggest that Julie's health has also been a focus since her release. The stress of this new development has sparked concerns among loved ones that the emotional strain could affect her recovery. Family unity tested, but not broken. Despite the challenges, the Chrisleys remain determined to weather this latest storm together. Chase Chrisley has reportedly been spending more time at Julie's home, while Grayson